we saw that an agreement between the partners in writing is called a partnership deed. Let us look at this in a bit more detail now. So, what does a partnership deed mean? It is basically a document which contains all details of all the aspects relating to the partnership. An oral agreement is also valid, but when it is in a written form, it gets more of an authenticity and an evidential value. It contains various details like what is the profit sharing ratio, how much remuneration or salary are the partners entitled to, what is the rate of interest on capital, drawings, loans, etc., as well as other general details like names and addresses of partners, when did the partnership commence, what are the rules in relation to bank account operations, etc. Now let us see what is contained in this partnership deed. The partnership deed contains all the aspects relating to the partnership. Here, let us see one by one. I will categorize these contents into three categories for our ease of understanding. Firstly, let us take point 1 to 8 as the first category of general content. 1 to 8. Let us give this the name general. This category has all the general items like names and addresses of all partners and of firm and its offices, what is the capital brought in by each partner, because partners may bring in capital equally or unequally, and so this has to be recorded. Then the deed contains details of accounting period and the date on which the partnership commenced. Also, the rules to be followed while operating bank accounts should also be agreed and recorded. For example, authorizing some partners to operate or say operating bank accounts jointly, etc. Also, the rights, duties, and liabilities of partners should properly be defined and recorded. Further, to avoid any confusions and disputes, the mode of appointing auditors is also charted out. The second category can be point 9 to 11. We can call this category money. This category basically charts out how much money is payable to partners from the firm and how much money is due from partners to the firm. As we can see, profit and loss ratio, what is the share of profits that each partner is entitled to, what is the portion of loss that each partner should contribute in case of a loss. Then there is any salary, remuneration, or commission payable to partners. What is the rate of interest that partners can expect on their capital? What is the rate of interest that partner will be charged on their drawings? What is the rate of interest if any amount is advanced to the firm as a loan, etc. This category is very important. Why so? I will let you know in a very short while. First, let us discuss the next category. The next category are points 12 to 15. This category we can say are all contingent items. These may or may not happen, but the partners agree to certain rules at the beginning so that there are no disputes later on. These are treatment of losses on any partner being adjudged as insolvent, method of settlement of accounts in case of dissolution of the firm, method of settlement in case of disputes among the partners, and rules to be followed in case of reconstitution of the firm. So these situations may or may not arise, but the partners are deciding and agreeing in advance as to how to deal in case of such situations. Then the last point is anything else that may specifically relate to the conduct of partnership and should also be agreed and recorded in the partnership deed. Coming back to category 2, that is point 9 to 11. Remember I told you that it is a very important category? Well, if the partnership deed is silent on any or all of these 3 points which are relating to money aspects, then what should the partners do? Are there any set rules or principles that can be followed in case the partnership deed is silent on these issues? Let's see. There are certain set of principles to be followed in case the partnership deed is silent on certain issues. Where profit and loss sharing ratio is not mentioned in the deed, then the profit and loss has to be equally shared among all the partners. If the rate of interest on capital is not specified, then the partners do not get any interest on the capital that they have contributed to the business. On similar lines, if the rate of interest on drawings is not specified, then the partners are not charged any interest on the drawings made by them. Interest on advances made to the firm will be paid at a rate of 6% per annum if any rate of interest is not specified. Also, any partner will not be entitled to any salary or remuneration if the partnership deed is silent about the same. These five principles are very important in a partnership. Even when the deed is silent, the set provisions have to be followed and disputes can be avoided. Even in your exams, if the question is silent on these five issues, it should immediately strike you that you should proceed with these principles and apply them accordingly.